Yo, what is up everybody? It is your beast from the East, Kreepy Koala here, and what I have for you guys today is a story time video. Originally today I was going to be uploading a funny moments video since that is how my schedule has been going, where I upload a funny moments video and 3 days later a funny story, and then, and so on and so forth. It just keeps going on like that. But since the Awakening DLC, the majority of my friends have been going for the Awakening Zombies Easter egg, and they've been trying to get it all week basically ever since the DLC came out, and every single time that they got close to finishing it always crashed, and so that was super annoying, but they never really got that. So we're going to be playing multiplayer later this week, so the next video will be a funny moments video, so watch out for that. Also, I would like to thank you guys so much for getting like 520 something likes on my last video. I have not had 500 likes on a video in probably like 2 or 3 months, so that was pretty freaking cool. Now, as you guys can tell by the title, whatever I'm going to title it, it's going to be something along the lines of I lived in a haunted house, which yes, I did live in a haunted house. I've actually lived in multiple haunted houses throughout my life. I actually have a second story, so if you guys would like to hear that second story, let's try to hit I don't know, since you guys have been killing it with the like game recently, let's try to go for 500 likes. It'd be really awkward if we don't hit 500 likes. So if we do hit 500 likes, I'll be sure to tell my second story, which is honestly way worse than this story, but I was just telling this story because it happened more recently and I remember basically all the facts with it. So let's just go ahead and get right into this story real quick. Alright, so this was actually the last house that I lived in. I am currently living in a new house. We recently bought it about maybe 5 months ago or so. We moved out of our last house that we were renting, and that house, it was actually brand new, but for some reason it just had some weird shitty vibes just going around it, I guess, and it was it was just haunted, I guess. The day that we were moving into the house, it seemed like a really good day. Everyone was really happy about the house since it was actually very nice. We haven't lived in a house that's as nice as that in a very long time. It was actually our first 2-story house that we've lived in probably like 4 or 5 years. So everybody was pretty hyped about it, and it was in a nice neighborhood and stuff, and it was really good. So here we are moving stuff into our new house, and everything is going all good. And we've probably been moving our first load out of the moving truck for probably about an hour now, so I'm kind of tired. I've been lifting up dressers and couches and bed pieces and a whole bunch of mattresses and stuff all day, so I'm kind of tired. I can't freaking talk. And so I decide that I want to sit down on the stairs really quick. And at the time, the rest of my family is outside trying to decide how they're going to get my little brother's bedroom set up into his room, and my older brother is upstairs in his room, like laying on the floor or something. I honestly don't know what he was doing because his mattress was still in the truck, so he was kind of just laying on the floor on his phone or something. But as I'm sitting there on the stairs, from the exact spot where I'm sitting, I have a clear view of like the kitchen from through the little guardrail things, because stairs have the guardrail things that you hold on to while you're going up, just in case you don't fall or anything while you're going down, then we're going up them. So while I'm sitting there, I'm on my iPhone 5 at the time, which was severely cracked. Like I cracked my iPhone 5 probably like, I don't even know, probably like 20 or 30 times. That's totally not exaggerating. It's a bit, I don't know what the fuck that was. I was like a goat or something. So I'm on my phone and I'm on Instagram, just going through my feed, just liking basically every picture of my timeline, when out of the corner of my eye, I saw a small, dark, I don't really know how to describe it. A small dark figure, I guess. It was more of like a shadow, but it was a hard shadow, I guess. Like if you were to go on Photoshop and turn the opacity of like a black circle up to about 75 or 65%, you guys probably don't understand that, but a YouTuber probably would. It would look a lot like a human figure just floating. Basically out of the corner of my eye, I saw a black figure move from where the cabinet was towards my gym room area. So, like the idiot I was, like the 15, 16-year-old idiot that I was, I decided that I was going to call for my brother and see if he was down there. So I called for my brother's name, Austin, are you down there? Are you over there? And I didn't get any replies, and it was most likely due to the fact that my brother was listening to music in his room or something, so that even sketched me out even more. But what made it even stupider was the fact that I decided that I was going to go and check it out by myself. Yes, a scrawny 15 to 16-year-old going towards where a 6-foot tall black mist had just gone towards the gym area. Yeah, I know, it's pretty fucking stupid. So as I'm heading towards the kitchen, I look to the right of me and I see that the pantry thing that the ghost thing apparently had come out from, it was closed, and I didn't hear it open or close or anything. So I went over to it and I slowly opened the door and I looked inside of it and there was nothing there. So I was a little bit relieved, but then I realized that the ghost hadn't gone towards the pantry, it had left the pantry. So I slowly walked towards my gym area and I'm just trying to be really cautious cautious, trying to make sure that if I see anything, I can just get the fuck out of there. So I go into the gym area and I'm looking around and I don't see anything. I look into the guest bedroom, nothing there. Look in the closet because that's where the ghost hides. And no, of course, I don't see anything. So I thought, oh, maybe I was just seeing things. Like, if you've ever watched the show A Haunting or Haunted or whatever they call it now, you would know that during those TV shows, when you're moving into a house with your family, the people that think they see ghosts never talk about it because they think that it's going to ruin the whole moving experience and it's going to like ruin all of the hype about the house and stuff. And so that was actually the exact same way that I felt. I don't, now that I think about it, it just reminds me of the Haunted TV show. And I always thought those people were stupid for not telling anybody. But whenever I was put into the situation, I realized that everyone was really happy about moving into the house, so I didn't really want to say anything, so I didn't. And I regret that now, honestly, because a lot of stuff happened after that. So let's fast forward just a little bit. That had freaked me out a little bit, but I wasn't really fazed by it since I previously had even worse ghost experiences in my life whenever I was way younger. So it didn't really freak me out that much. I just put it off as if I was seeing things, and I didn't tell anybody about it because I just automatically assumed that it was, gonna ruin the moving experience or whatever. So fast forward to about 2 or 3 o'clock, me and my family were just chilling in our house. We had just got done with the first load and we had to go back to our old house so that we can get the second load of all the furniture and stuff that we still had to get. So we had all of that stuff unloaded, and since it was around lunchtime, my family decided that we wanted to go and, get some Subway or something, get something to eat. But the problem with it was the fact that at least one person had to stay behind because the original owner of the house hadn't delivered us the key yet. They said that they would give us the key once, we were 100% moved in, which is, I don't know, it's really fucking weird that they did that, but that's just what I know. So I volunteered to stay behind while the rest of my family goes out to get Subway and stuff, and they're gone for about an hour. But while they are gone, that's where things started to get a little bit weird. So basically what I did was I went into my room and my mattress was on the floor, so I decided that I was going to go ahead and lay on my mattress and just go on my phone and wait till they got back. The bad part was the fact that I had 2 bars on my service, so I couldn't really go on the internet or anything. Well, if I could, but the thing was it was extremely slow. So I was just on Twitter, faving I'm wretched tweets, retweeting some Tranium and replying to some Snipe and Soup tweets, when all of a sudden my closet light decided that it wanted to start flickering on and off. Like I don't know what I thought at the time, aside from the fact that it could possibly be like, some kind of like lightage issue or something, or some kind of electrical issues, because the owner told us that the house had previously had some problems with the electricity. So I just kind of put it off like that. But after staring at it going off and on for probably like 2 to 3 minutes, kind of got a little bit annoying. And I'd also like to say that my vision is extremely bad. So whenever it comes to seeing things at a little bit of a close to, far distance, it's really hard for me to see stuff. So I get up and I go towards the light switch to go and turn off the lights just to make sure that it's not like, stuck halfway. I realized that the light switch was moving to the on and off button, like the light switch was moving itself, and it freaked me the fuck out. So I'm just like, what's going on here? I don't know what's going on. So I try to stop it, but for some reason it keeps on outweighing my hand. So I just decide that I'm gonna run out of my room, and right to the left of where I exit my room, there's the stairs. So as I'm about to go down the stairs, I swear I heard somebody whisper my name right behind me, like in my ear. I heard somebody whisper Cameron, and I know for a fact that there was nobody else in the house. So that freaked me out. So as I'm about to take my first step down the stairs, I felt a very small shove, like, I don't know, shove is a really harsh word. I felt kind of like a small push on my shoulder, and I almost fell down the stairs, but I caught myself. The reason why I almost fell was because my foot was in the air about to land on the first step, but it messed up my footing, so I landed on the step after what I was aiming for. So I almost fell down the stairs, but I caught myself. So I went downstairs and I went outside the front door, and I kind of just sat there and waited for my family to get back. And again, I did not tell anybody because I did not want to ruin the whole moving experience. And that was pretty much all that happened for a few months, I guess. Honestly, everything that happened within the next few months, I did not know was happening. My mom told me about it. So after a few weeks, my mom knew that there was somebody or something that was in the house, and it was not very nice. So about at 2 to 3 a.m. every single night, my mom told me that she would hear like somebody with really heavy boots coming up the stairs, and then the boots would go through my door, and then this noise would stop. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how else to describe it other than just hearing the sound of some heavy dude with boots on walking up the stairs really, really loud and then walking into a door and then it just stopping. So whatever was in the house was going into my room and then the noise would stop, and that happened every single night. What my mom told me, and she said that the first and second and third and fourth time that it happened, she would always go into my room to check on me and see what was going on, and every single time she would come in, there would be like nothing wrong, and it would just be me sleeping in my room. And you know, it was really sketchy, but at the same time she was just glad that I was okay. But that was not the worst part that happened. This figure or whatever was in the house, which I don't know, I don't want to call it a poltergeist, more or less just a spirit, I guess. It was an angry spirit because I guess it believed that it was its house. It was the owner of the house, and it wanted us out of its house. Yeah, I know, just like the haunted TV shows. It wanted us out of its house, and it took some very angry measures to make sure that we would get out. And one of the things that's coming up is probably one of the most serious matters of physical conduct that I've ever honestly heard or seen of a ghost. So fast forward about 2 to 3 months, everyone is just sleeping, everything is all good, when all of a sudden there is an extremely loud bang on the wall. Like, I don't really know how to describe it other than the fact that my brother and my stepdad thought that it sounded like a gunshot. So they thought that somebody had like broken into the house or they'd kicked in a door or something. I just wanted to say that to give you guys a little bit of a perspective on how loud of a bang this was. Now, this wasn't just like any bang, like it was downstairs or just upstairs in general. This was in my mom and stepdad's bedroom. This thing hit the wall so hard that 2 or 3 paintings literally fell off the wall, and a whole bunch of things fell off of my mom's jewelry box. So it's like a whole bunch of stuff fell off the walls, and there was a small indent of a handprint where the thing had hit. So it was like, it was game over. My mom automatically knew what it was, but my stepdad and brother at the time had no idea. My brother might have known, but I honestly have no clue, because my stepdad and brother decided that they were going to go and circle around the house with baseball bats and their guns and stuff just to make sure that, you know, nobody was in the house, check the garage, check the closets, make sure nobody was in our house. That's honestly the night where my mom drew the line. And my mom, she is very spiritual, I guess you would say. She's of Hispanic descent, so all the ghost stuff is 100% real, and we don't have any chill when it comes to handling ghosts. So my mom got some sort of thing, and it honestly looked like a blunt for some reason, I guess. It was some kind of piece of paper, and she was burning it, and there was smoke coming off of it, and she was burning it in the house, and I thought that it was a blunt, and it freaked me out at first. Like, I was like, Mom, why are you smoking a big doobie in the house? And she was like, no, it's spiritual paper, and apparently burning that paper in the house, it would rid the house of bad spirits and stuff. So I was just like, all right, just do what you want. She was reciting this specific verse from the Bible and going around while, getting every single corner of the house, every single closet, every single room, every single, tiny space that there could possibly be an entity or anything, just going through and doing these prayers and stuff. And once that was done, my mom had actually visited a psychic that had recommended that she gets this very specific chalk so that she could go ahead and draw 3 crosses above every single door frame just to make sure that the entity would not be allowed to go through, in or out of any of those doors, so it would be forced to leave the house. So after all of that spiritual stuff happened, we did not have any other ghost encounters after that. So it was very nice to actually live in a house where there were no more ghosts, and where we can just finally know that we're at peace and we don't have to deal with anything else. So I just want to say this right now: if you don't believe in ghosts and you think my story is just a whole bunch of shit, just know that if you ever get an opportunity to go to an abandoned hospital or something and you don't believe in ghosts whatsoever, just spend the night in an abandoned hospital or an abandoned house or something that for a fact could be haunted, and just go in there and just spend the night, and maybe you'll believe. But this has been one of my haunted house stories. There are probably like 2 more that I could tell, so if you want that, let's see if we can hit 500 likes. That would be absolutely awesome. Also, if you guys have not already, please be sure to add me on Snapchat. My Snapchat will be right here on the screen. And for those of you that added me from the last video, I think I got like 100 people to add me, and my Snapchat story views went up by probably like 120 or something, so that was absolutely insane. Thank you guys for watching my stories, because those numbers going up, for some reason, it's just very satisfying, and you guys are telling me that I'm really funny in my stories, so thank you guys so much for that. And yeah, also if you guys made it this far into the video, I want you guys to comment down below what your favorite Call of Duty game is, because if you guys have a specific game and it outweighs all the other ones like MW2 or something, maybe I can put that game in the background for the next funny story series, and you can help contribute towards a funny story series, I guess. Also be sure to comment what you guys would like me to talk about. I don't want to really rant about YouTubers, so don't comment about me ranting about like Samurai Ninja dude like Leafy is, but I'll do funny stories and all that stuff. So yeah, but yeah, that's that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.